YouTube week update video describing what's this week's episode's gonna be. God, I have to come up with a better title because these just suck. Okay, so this is really rushed. Like, my hair's wet. It's the day before the episode's going up. Basically, I'm a hot mess, and I forgot what day it was. Fun fact about me, I rarely know what day it is, so that really puts a damper on, like, getting shit done. But, this is week 15 of the podcast, which is fucking awesome. Like, we've been doing this podcast for 15 weeks. I'm excited about that. And more importantly, I've been feeling really grateful this week. Grateful that so many people have tuned into the podcast. Grateful that so many people have reached out and expressed, how the podcast has helped them and what else they want to see from us. And I really feel like the podcast, sitting down every week and talking about my personal healing journey and the things that I've learned, it's just made me, like I said, so fucking grateful because I can see how far I've come, and I can see over the last 5 years how much I've reconditioned my brain, and in those moments when I feel like I haven't made any progress or I'm still struggling with things, I can look back and see, no, like, you've been doing all of this stuff, and it really helps me keep the work that I've done and the healing that I've done at the forefront of my consciousness. And I knew doing the podcast would help me personally heal, but I didn't know that it would be so impactful in the sense that, like, I'm constantly reminded of how far I've come and how hard I've been working, and I'm just so grateful that that I'm at a point in my life where I'm able to do the podcast, and I'm able to do this YouTube channel and the Patreon, and I started a website, and it's just wonderful to be at a point in my life where I'm not just in constant survival mode, and my life isn't about being a slave to going to work every day at some shit job. Now I'm at a point where I feel like I'm doing work that matters, and I feel like I'm making progress on my own health and healing. So all that out of the way, episode 15 this week is going to come out tomorrow. I think is like the 7th. Yeah, the 7th of September. And it's going to be about sexual abuse. This was not a topic that I ever thought I would cover. It's not something I ever wanted to cover because it is a really uncomfortable topic for me. But we did, like a good 45 minutes on it yesterday at the request of a listener. And I'm so glad that we did because I feel better after doing it. And I feel like, it's helped me. And that's all I can hope for, and I hope it helps other people too. So it is a really touchy subject. I wouldn't force it on anyone if they don't think that it's the right time for them to listen to, somebody talking about sexual abuse and healing from sexual abuse for 45 minutes, But like with all the podcasts, we try to keep it as light as possible. We try to offer real life helpful information, and so that's the podcast that's coming out tomorrow, and feel free to like and subscribe, and tell me if there are any episodes that you guys want to see in the future. We have a Patreon and an Instagram, all searchable through Complexities Podcast. And we have an email, complexities.podcast@gmail.com. So please get at us and let us know if there's anything that you want to hear in the future.